Welcome to LTC 8896, Secondary Mathematics from an Advanced Perspective. My name is Sam Otten and I'll be the instructor for the course, and in a few minutes you'll see Wen Min, who is also going to be helping out with the course throughout the summer. So this course is going to be running for 8 weeks from early June until basically the end of July, and what we want to do in this video is just give you an overview of those 8 weeks, what we're going to be covering, what our goals are, and some of the routines that we're hoping to establish for the online course over the summer. So first off, I will start talking about the goals that we have for the course. So one of the main goals is we want to do some mathematics together. We don't always get a chance to do a lot of mathematics when we're so busy teaching, but we're going to do some math. We're going to try to keep it engaging and relevant mathematics to the middle school and high school curriculum. As we're doing mathematics, we want to try to dig deeply into the mathematics, and we're going to go a bit farther than you would go with students, but it will be mathematical topics that are relevant to middle school and high school students. So we'll always try to keep that connection to relevant curriculum. As we're doing mathematics, we also want to be connecting it to pedagogical strategies and ideas, so we will always keep in mind that we are teachers and educators. So even though we will be engaging in a lot of mathematical thinking, at the back of our mind or at the front of our mind, we'll always remember that this is for purposes of teaching and helping students learn. And as we're doing the mathematics, we will be focusing on the process of mathematical thinking and mathematical communication, more so than the topic per se. And we're only going to touch on a few topics, and we're not going to go very broadly. What we're going to try to do is go more deeply and think carefully about the kind of process that we're taking to understand the mathematics and communicate our thinking. We hope that through this course you will build a sense of online community with the other mathematics educators and myself and Wen Min included, who are gathered here, and we can interact with each other. And we also hope that this course gives you a productive space to do some summer reflecting on your teaching and on mathematics. So next I'll turn it over to Wen Min, who will talk about the structure of our units.
Hello, I'm Wen Min, the course assistant. I will describe the weekly schedule. We have a total of 8 units, so we will complete 1 unit per week. The first unit is Introduction, which you are doing right now, and the last unit is Conclusion. You will submit the final group project in the conclusion unit. In addition, we have 6 mathematics content units from week 2 to week 7. Each unit focuses on one big mathematical concept. The weekly assignments include reading articles, engaging in online discussions, 2 mathematics tasks, an education activity, mathematics homework, and watching videos. The first mathematics task is released on Monday, and your solution with detailed explanation is due by Tuesday. The second mathematics task is released on Wednesday, and your solution is due by Thursday. Each week, there will also be 2 discussion forums on Canvas in which you will interact with your classmates about the ideas in the unit. In addition to the discussion topics we designed for you, you are also encouraged to post other thoughts on the discussion board as you wish. We want the discussions to be dynamic and interactive, so the posting needs to happen throughout the week instead of just at one time. Therefore, you should go into the discussion forums and post your initial thoughts or responses to other people before Wednesday. And then you will need to return to the discussion forums and post additional thoughts before Friday. Then, on Friday and into the weekend, there will be opportunities for additional discussions. We will be expecting you to not only post your thoughts, but also reply to other people's ideas. For the assignments, they will be available on Canvas every Monday evening, and they will be due by Sunday. The assignments should be submitted through Canvas, and you can see our other video, which is an introduction to using Canvas. If you have any trouble uploading things to Canvas, you are always welcome to email us directly as well. To provide expanded knowledge of mathematical concepts, a summary video is available on Friday.
Now I want to do a quick rundown of some do's and don'ts for the course. These are basically just some tips to make sure that this is a successful semester for you. So some do's, do check Canvas at least every other day, and check your Missouri email address every day. That's your official email account, and by policy I'm actually supposed to only communicate with you for course purposes through your Missouri account. So please check your email and come onto Canvas. Canvas is really the main hub of where everything's going to be happening for the course. On discussion boards, do give thoughtful responses that contain ideas or questions, and do post in each phase of the discussion. So the discussions will kick off on Monday, like Wenmin was talking about, and then there will be kind of a second phase of discussion on the later part of the week. And we do want you to post both at the beginning of the week and at the end of the week so that you can have interactions and be in that discussion board more than once. And with your discussion posts, do make them thoughtful, share some ideas, get some thinking out there. In the mathematics side of things, we're going to have another video that talks about mathematics and how we score those and how you might upload those. But what we want to say here for mathematics is do show your work and explain your thinking. That's really the most important thing in this course. Even if you have false starts, you actually still might explain those in your mathematical work so that you can let us know, I thought about this first, but it didn't quite work out. Then I redirected and I ended up kind of solving the problem this way. We'd like to hear about that kind of thinking, and that's really what we want to see just as much as we want to see the answers. In this course, there will be some group activities, especially at the end there will be a group project. So do get each other's contact info, be responsive with your group mates, and find a place or a virtual place to meet that works for everyone. So be proactive with your groups. That will come up later in the semester. Now some don'ts, some advice of things not to do. Don't just plan to do a marathon session on Saturday before everything's due on Sunday. The units are really spread out over the week, and we want you to do them throughout the week, not just in one big sit-down session. You're not going to get as much from the course, and the rest of us are not going to be able to learn as much from you if you just sit down and crank it out at one time. So don't, on the discussion boards, don't wait till the last minute to try to get in there and post right before the deadline. And also on the discussion boards, don't just post "good point" or "I agree." With your posts, try to include some substance. Either speak back to what other people are sharing, ask further questions about what they're sharing, give some of your own ideas. We want to see the substance in those discussion board posts rather than trying to just hit a minimum number of posts really quickly. Mathematically, don't just turn in your answer. We are not as much about answers. We are more about seeing your thinking and your communication. And our grading that we'll talk about in the other video, we're grading things not really about perfect correctness. We actually are grading things about you communicating your mathematical thinking. Even if you didn't arrive at an answer, you can still tell us about how you thought about it, what you tried, why you got stuck. That can still get a full score. That would be better than just turning in the correct answers and not explaining your thinking. And then in the group work that'll come later, don't be the missing person or the weak link in the group. And then the last thing I want to cover in the video is just to point you to the syllabus and the course calendar that are available on Canvas. And you might especially take a look at the evaluation portion of the syllabus where we talk about how your grade will be composed. There's going to be 100 points, and those will be made up of mathematics tasks, which are the math problems that happen during the unit, the mathematics homework, which are the problem sets that are due at the end of the unit, and then education activities, 21 points there. Those are the kind of pedagogical things or student thinking kind of activities that we'll have you do, usually one each unit. And then discussion forum participation is important. That happens 3 points per unit, so just be involved in that for 21 points total. And then the group project, which will come at the end of the semester, that is 16 points, so that's a pretty important part of the course as well. So we really look forward to working with you and hope we have a good summer together, so I will see you online.